Hello, everyone. This is Pat with our Oracle card reading and message for Thursday, the 12th of June, 2014. For today's reading, I'm going to be using the Toni Carmine Salerno decks, the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses, and the little Healing Angel card decks by Toni. So I did actually already shuffle and get some cards for today, so I'll just share them with you. All right. So the first card that we've got is the Angel of Pleasure, and it says, take pleasure in the things that you do. Okay, so this card is a gentle reminder to kind of, well, remember to do things that are pleasurable to you, that it's not all about, working hard and getting ahead, although there's nothing wrong with that philosophy, and there's certainly times when it's warranted. This is also a reminder to balance that out with things that you can take pleasure in, whether that's taking a nap, or in this case it shows this angel like kind of doing a little skinny dipping thing in the water. And that's cool. If that's what turns you on, then do that. But for some of you, it might be gardening, it might be singing, it might be strumming your guitar, playing a musical instrument, or the piano, or something like that, or even it could be the beginning of a new piece of music or something that you end up creating. The point is to balance out with things that are pleasurable to you. And sometimes when we do that, especially if you have felt really stressed, like you've been doing a lot of work lately, or this one of those hectic weeks, then this is often at the time by doing this actual relaxing and taking pleasure in things. That's when some of our most incredible creative insights can come through, and because we're relaxed, and that enjoying the pleasure of the moment is puts us in a higher state vibrationally. We're happier. So anyways, and even in this, there's like these little fish swimming in and out, and it's kind of like that. I know there are some people who like having animals and especially fish tanks around. They used to put them in doctor's offices and things because it was very calming to people to sit there and watch the fish swim around. So, there may be some element of, watching nature, the birds, enjoying your pets or something like that. It's about taking the time to stop, smell the roses, enjoy the flowers, take pleasure in what's in and around you, okay, what you already do have. And it is about relaxing, because taking pleasure in what you have and what you do does relax you. Now, the two other cards that came out, this is Goddess of the Unknown, and it says a new chapter of your life is around the corner. So remove fear and embrace the unknown. Okay, so a lot of us has felt a real energy shift lately, and I know for myself and other readers like Robin over at White Mountain Dreaming, she got the New Beginnings card too. So this is a very synchronistic theme that's going on right now, and we do feel the shift into something new. So that even though we're in a Mercury retrograde, and that's usually a time for reviewing things, we're all pushed forward by this kind of need to move on, need to move into something new, need to move into a new phase in our life. And sometimes that often starts by reviewing, what is serving us, what isn't serving us, the situations around us, what's serving us, what isn't, people in our life, who's really there for us, who isn't, that kind of thing. So it's kind of unclear right now what exactly this next phase that's coming in is, but this is a reminder to you to kind of let go and embrace, just embrace where it's going, okay? Embrace what you're being shown, and it's not always easy, but it's letting you know that there's lots of new beginnings ahead, and that may involve new opportunities. This last card that came out is called Goddess of the Shadows, and it says, what you perceive to be your dark side holds a hidden treasure. And it's a message that speaks to the idea that sometimes what we perceive to be a flaw about ourselves can actually be one of our superpowers. Now, this is something that was brought home to me when I was taking a course called Human Design, which is, it's kind of an advanced aspect. It combines astrology as well, as well as many other factors, to give like a personality assessment type of thing. But one of the things that it mentioned in my design is that I'm someone who's very experimental. I go in and out of things. I'm always trying new things, and I always thought of that as kind of like a flaw, and I used to beat myself up a little bit thinking, oh God, Patty, if you were just consistent about stuff, you'd make a lot more progress. But what that course taught me was that no, what I perceived that as a flaw is actually really a strength of mine. And, to be an experimenter and to go in and out of things is, ultimately you become very wise about what does and what doesn't work for you. And you share that information with others. So it's, a message to take a different picture of, what you consider to be maybe a drawback in yourself or a flaw, okay? It's letting you know that there's hidden treasure and potential in, and many people have done this, over the centuries. They kind of realized, maybe it's something they were even rejected for. They turned it around and realized it as a strength and used it that way. So it may be part of this new beginning is looking at yourself in a whole new way, okay? And appreciating yourself in a whole new way, all right? Because a lot of our paradigms are shifting and changing, okay? The way we look at things in the world today isn't the same as, what it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago, or even it's changed significantly since, I was a child growing up. So, and we are, it's important that we, review or recalibrate, if you will, the way we perceive ourselves. That is important for the shifting consciousness of humanity at this time, okay? If we're going to shift forward as a whole, then we need to kind of review and I guess I'll use that word recalibrate again, or rethink, how we perceive ourselves, how we see our role in the world, and how we see the world itself. So, what's interesting in this picture is, it's sort of like the snake that's coming up and coming across, and the snake in a lot of spiritual and other kinds of literature is perceived as a dark or an evil kind of thing. And if you look at it's going right across her heart chakra in this. So it's but it's not strangling her. It's not suffocating her in any way, and it's just kind of slithering its way across, and it gives us a clue as to how to approach it. Be an observer, okay, maybe without judging it, and you can let it kind of flow across you without it becoming part of you or without it strangling you, okay, because it's important for you to be your true self in the world right now, because there is much potential that you have to bring to the world, okay? So anyway, those are our messages from that deck. And let's see what the little healing angel card deck is going to say to us. What do you wish us to know? I love oracle cards because you really can't get a wrong thing. Okay, so this card that's spilled out says Archangel Uriel, and it says, a great spiritual transformation is currently occurring both in your life and in our world. This is the union of heaven and earth, spirit and matter, heart and mind unite in harmonious balance. All right, so I'll leave you with that message for today. Oops. I hope you have a lovely Thursday. and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care, everyone.